What happens when a guy stops putting in all the effort? 1 second, he's the one doing all the work, texting first, making plans, giving her attention, and the next, he's gone. And suddenly, the dynamic flips. The woman who once seemed indifferent suddenly starts lurking on his social media accounts, liking his posts, or even hitting him up with a random "hey." What happened? It's not that she suddenly realized he's the love of her life. No, it's about something deeper: control, validation, and the psychology of attention. The power shift. Women are used to being pursued. They don't have to chase, they simply exist, and attention follows. It's the natural order of things. So when a guy suddenly stops playing his role, it messes with the script. At first, she won't react. She'll assume he'll be back because most guys do. But as days turn into weeks and he still doesn't show up, the cracks begin to form. The wait. What? Moment. She starts wondering. Why isn't he chasing me anymore? Did I do something wrong? Is he seeing someone else? She might convince herself that she never liked him that much anyway, but deep down, the lack of attention stings. Not because she wanted him, necessarily, but because she was used to having him around and used to his validation. And now, it's over. It's gone. The ego takes a hit. Women rarely experience true rejection. From a young age, they've had options. But now, imagine for the first time, someone walked away. And not just anyone, someone who used to be all in. That messes with the ego. So what happens next? She starts subtly reaching out. Maybe a reaction to his story, a random comment, or even a DM just to check in. She wants to see if he'll take the bait. If he does, she wins. If he doesn't, she spirals. At least, this is what happened in my story. The mental reset. If he holds his ground and keeps moving forward, she enters the next phase, rewriting the story. She'll tell herself, he wasn't that great anyway. He was too needy. I was never that interested. It's a defense mechanism. She has to protect her ego. She might even jump into a rebound relationship just to prove to herself, and maybe to him, that she's unbothered. But deep down, the lack of closure lingers. The lesson here. This is why you need to understand narcissism. Break down the tricks they use to manipulate you into feeling like this. You weren't just unlucky, you were played by someone who's mastered the game. Painful. Yes. But you will recover. And the more you learn, the faster that happens. You'll get angry, and that's good. Anger is better than sadness, it's the first step toward reclaiming yourself. If you're currently dealing with a narcissist or just got out, start reading. Learn how they operate. The patterns, the manipulation, the mind games, they all follow the same script. Once you see through it, you take back control. The moment you realize you don't have to chase, everything shifts. Women aren't drawn to men who seek validation, they're drawn to men who don't need it. When you become the guy who walks away when he's not valued, you stop playing their game. And that's when the real shift happens.